allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic, and if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Can he dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Poor man pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary, diary politico. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ayé.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ayé.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa bí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ayé.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. And thank you very much for joining us. Remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, please read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them to join us. Tonight's broadcast, or should I say this particular session, right, is going to also be an open mic, meaning we are going to use one stone to kill two birds, as we are currently on the countdown to the biggest gathering of people who are done with the shenanigans of the APC. And that's going to be in the next few hours. Those who are going to be watching this broadcast maybe in 24 hours time, this event that we are about to talk about must have taken place, and it will require an update. But first, you can get that on Mayegun's Diary Political. So a lot of reactions have been following the call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But out of the respect for the victims of Nigeria 5 years ago, when Boko Haram's regime unleashed terror on flag-waving, phone-streaming, armless Nigerians, where they took their bodies away and then denied the massacre 5 years after the End SARS massacre across Nigeria, especially that of the toll gates in Lagos. Tomorrow will mark the 5th year. And another thing is that tomorrow is also going to mark the tomorrow, right, will mark the 4 years and 5 months of the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the second time when he got kidnapped from Kenya. So as many of us are going to be dedicating tomorrow for the remembrance of the killed, the victims of Nigeria, they were killed 5 years ago to suppress Nigerians from demanding for good governance in the hands of the APC. Boko Haram that killed them is also dead now. But those who helped orchestrate that, right, they are still very much in power. They are the ones holding Nnamdi Kanu. So tomorrow, as it has been very much publicized, right, Omoyele Sowore and others will lead millions of Nigerians to go demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On TikTok this afternoon, somebody asked me a very, very good and important question. What is this protest going to change or do? I intend to give the same answer I gave them on TikTok this afternoon. I'll give you the same. But before that, what about those who have been so triggered that they do not want that protest to happen? We have it on record that the same set of criminals from the eastern part of Nigeria who continued to use Nnamdi Kanu's name when it is politically convenient and then distance themselves from the same injustice being meted at him. So they are speaking up. Initially, they said they were using political solution, meaning they will use their politics, because this is politics, by the way, right? So they will use political solution, speak to Okuwari. So that didn't work out. They've started speaking to the same Kalu Tifnumbu, and it's also not working out. Or it has come to light that that in itself is deliberate. Deliberate in the sense that Nnamdi Kanu's detention continued to, and his possible death as well, is considered as a win for the criminal politicians from the eastern part of Nigeria and other interested parties. So, as much as a lot of justice lovers all over the world are saying this is absurd, this is like terrible, we have started hearing the voices of these criminal politicians from the eastern part of Nigeria, right, who are now trying to see how if they could spread fear. You can call them fear mongers. According to them, like some of you too, who probably believed that Omoyele Sowore is trying to use Nnamdi Kanu's issue to gain political popularity. Whatever makes you sleep well at night, great. But what have you done personally? Let's remove Omoyele Sowore on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You're unbothered. And far worse, some of you actually said he deserved to be treated the way he's been treated. Forgetting the fact that there are millions of, there are million others who believes that he doesn't deserve that, and the people who are behind this whole injustice, right? They themselves knows that he doesn't deserve that, but they are giving excuses why they can't release him. You know what? Election is coming. We can't do it now. Okay, we'll do it again another time, and then another election is coming. We can't do it now. So some believes that. Nnamdi Kanu's case, especially for Tifnumbu, is like a banana peel politically. So the bottom line is that the detention of the legal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released either way has consequences, right? So the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, which in itself continued to fuel what is believed to be the politically sponsored killings in the eastern part of Nigeria, right? So his release is also consequential because his release is going to expose those who are truly behind his abduction, as well as those who are behind the politically sponsored insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria. So either way, a living Nnamdi Kanu, a dead Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to some of the people that are beginning to show up now. So sit at home is one thing that, number one, it was universally adopted by the Biafrans. And I think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is among the people who finally brought it back to life. So it is the May 30th Remembrance Day of the people killed during the Biafran genocide. So that day that they have tried to demonize for you now, right? Sit at home, sit at home. So it was very much a symbolic kind of a day that voluntarily, people would decide if they are going to go to work or if they're not going to go to work. Remembrance Day, it's called Biafran Remembrance Day, right? Then when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB said in protest that every time they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court in solidarity, right? People would, that day, as a form of protest, so they will stay at home. It was never forced. We all know how it all got escalated after they abducted Nnamdi Kanu, weaponized enough that IPOB publicly came out after the first resist at home when they kidnapped the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they said, it's been called off. It's up to you if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. But we also know how that got kind of like weaponized as well. Nnamdi Kanu came out and said, listen, if those of you who claim to be doing any of this in my name, I did not send you, because these are the people we are meant to actually protect. This is the reason why I'm here where I am. So all these preaches and all of that coming from Nnamdi Kanu were completely ignored intentionally, right? So now that people don't sit at home or anything anymore, tomorrow, Monday, 28th of October 2025, has been dedicated as a day to demand for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu and end this bogus sham trial. And as much as this call has received so much support from all over the world, including Nigeria, that even traders, especially in Abuja, are voluntarily agreeing that they were going to, for the hours of going out there to demand for his release, right? They were going to close shop. Economic, what do you call it? It's called economic shutdown or economic sit-at-home or something for tomorrow, so that you could dedicate that hour to join others in demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before now, right, they have managed, right, to gaslight the Igbos to stay away from demanding for justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Enough that people traveled to Abuja to attend these court cases have been harassed several times. That some of them have even been arrested for attending the court case in Abuja. They've done all of this over the years. And in that regard, yeah, an average Igbo person is sort of like blackmailed to believe that if you show any sign with Nnamdi Kanu, your business is going to suffer. We can come and demolish all your businesses, all your markets. So you see that fear of what do you call it, reprisal from the government, which is also the reason why you can't get everybody behind you when you want them to hate Nnamdi Kanu with your propaganda. Because the reason why he is doing what he is doing is because of those who have, like, who savor, you know, they enjoyed the use of the impunity of using power, all right, to target Igbos and their businesses, using this instrument of government. That's part of the reason why Nnamdi Kanu's message will continue to hit home, and he will continue to have people that will continue to listen to him. So they are being threatened that if they go to Abuja, if they shut their businesses, if they should join them, oh, they are going to use you. Somebody is trying to use you. Why are they doing that now? Why not do it another time? Why is it now that the Igbos are trying to join APC to be at the center? Some people are trying to ruin that relationship. That's why they are demanding for release of Nnamdi Kanu. You hear those smart people, right? The Nnamdi Kanu should be there. They are working. We are doing our best to bring him out. But these people think that protest is what will bring him out. So the number 6, is that what they call him? Number 6. Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, the guy that said he's going to chase Alex Otti out of Abia, right? He just made a like 60 second or 65 seconds video now to ask the Igbos to sit at home. The same sit at home they have been using to campaign against the IPOB that never declared this sit at home that they are talking about, right? So now APC is asking people the Igbos to sit at home. Please don't join them. Leave them. Stay away. And guess what? Guess what? He is not really totally wrong, knowing very well that Igbos have always been very much targeted. If for any reason they push, you see, whenever they push for a general kind of thing, a demand, so the pushback from government is to target them, to cut them to sizes, so that their leaders can tell them and say, hey, all of you, don't do anything. We will talk to them to forgive you and to stop the destruction, to stop the targeting of some of your business. But all of them know say there will be something to pay for all of this. So that is exactly what the supposed Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives of Nigeria, a young man from Abia State, his message is that the Igbos should not be part of those that would demand for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. All right? And he says, so I said, people should what? Sit at home. Where is he?
Igbos, stay away. Igbos, stay in your houses. You'll be used as an scapegoat. They will target you and they will waste you. Igbos, we have died enough. Our blood has filled the street enough. Allow those who feel they can do it, let them go and do it. We'll be strong enough. For this protest, let us be weak now. Let those ones who are strong, let them stand on the street. Igbos, be weak now to sit at home. If there's any sit at home that will be effective, not the one you have done on Mondays, let it be the one that will happen at this protest. As one of the leaders of this country, as one of the leaders from the southeastern region, that you love and you have confidence in, I am telling you, if you have never shown weakness before, let it be shown now. Igbos, we have shown strength in civil war. We have shown strength in agitation. We have shown strength in fighting for IPOB and Masob and all the rest of them. In sitting at home, please be weak now. Because they were looking for opportunity to slaughter you. Sit at.
Listen to this. Oh. He said, Igbos, let us be weak now. Let us be weak. Sit at home. They are going to target you. Continue to pick on that day. Who are the day? They are going to waste you. Who are the day that will waste them? Igbos. Enough of our blood. Our blood have been spilled enough. Our blood. So that is the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of Nigeria, who has never stand up in that National Assembly to talk about the killings of the Igbos in the National Assembly. No? But right now, he just admitted that Nigeria has spilled enough blood of Igbos. So tomorrow, they shouldn't be part of it so that Nigeria will not kill them again. Let those who believe they can do it, let them go and do it. That's coming from him. Now, from the abundance of the heart, speaketh the mouth. Abi, is that not what they say? The reason why I used to have to listen to them most of the time is because I get to hear more, right? When they are saying something, I get to hear more of what they are not saying. And at the same time, the silent nuisance, like all these, behind the scene talks. So when they come on screen on a camera and they are talking about something, I tend to pick their words, because from their words you are going to discover, or in fact, loud and clear, you are going to hear the words, the things they are not saying, rather than what they are saying. Nnamdi Kanu's agitation is based on what he called the marginalization of the Igbos, as well as the systemic profiling of the Igbos. He established his arguments, and it is valid. He called on them to engage in, right? If it's going to be a debate, let's have this chat, and I will convince you that this contraption is not meant for you, for me, no matter where you come from. So whatever Nnamdi Kanu is asking should be what everybody should be asking for. And in the process, right, you have that national dialogue, national conversation to know, do you really still want to be part of this contraption or not? But they do not want you to have that conversation. They do not want you to get to that stage where you are going to be asking questions that they don't want you to have answers to. Because those questions, some people have kind of asked them to the point that they've got the answers, by the way. So Nnamdi Kanu never called anybody to harm anyone or kill anybody, kidnap anyone or terrorize anybody. He is calling, somebody even asked me, so would you call Nnamdi Kanu human rights, freedom fighter? Yeah. And I said, absolutely. You got what I mean now? Because somebody who believes that if not for whether by divine machination or human machination or but it's in existence, they couple together people who have nothing in common, and they expect them to actually live and exist together peacefully, even when there are tribes and other things that are, very much to remind everybody that we are not the same, right? So in the process, they wanted his head. They wanted his head. So, and with what they have done to him so far, Baba, it's obvious that his conviction, okay, is beyond rhetorics and all of that, including so many of his actions. His actions to either confront the failure of the rogues who are meant to be responsible for the people, right? By providing support for the poorest and all of that, right? And at the same time, going extra miles to put together a many local vigilantes that could go after. They were supposed to be the forest guard, the first forest guards in eastern Nigeria then, right? But rather, they decided to criminalize it. If you check all his antecedents, you can say he's a freedom fighter. If he cares so much about himself, here it is. So he lives outside Nigeria, right? He is British, and he was actually doing fine for himself until like some of your what you call your pastors, or yeah, pastors mostly. God calls me or something happened, right? Until Nnamdi Kanu actually received that divine calling. I don't know how to describe it for you, but that's what I believe. You know, you get to get to a stage in your life that you'll be like, okay, I'm just doing this to kind of like enlighten the people. Then at a point, you just discover that, oh, even me, I didn't know all this before I ventured into all of this. So this thing is actually deeper than this. Oh, hang on. Oh, there's actually a premeditated plan of a jihad, which will sweep through the southern Nigeria. Oh, southern Nigeria, that's where my people are. Okay, you know what? I'm going to begin to actually invest my time in this, not only to research and know more about what they are up to. I'm going to alert everybody, even if it has to take my life. Do you understand when somebody had to kind of leave all of that behind? Maybe you don't. Because so many people have told him, why didn't he just go back to his family? Just stay here. You can leave all this struggle because you cannot understand. There are some certain things that you get to know, right? And you are so powerless that you are like, you wish you have this power. You wish you have this. Do you know that kind of a thing? Like, I wish I had this power. I could have done this. I would have done that. But you don't. But there is one power, information. Maybe when more people are aware, maybe when more people are very much like conscious enough, that would then save resources of trying to prevent something, because now more people will be like, let's do it. That's his expectation. So he's a freedom fighter. Most of the time, they are never really appreciated. He never wished any war or violence on his people or anybody. Nigeria waged violence because of trying to crush them. Nigeria waged war on our own supposed people. Nigeria treats the Igbos as Biafrans. They don't treat them as Nigerians. You get what I mean now? Like, let's say, we have the eastern part of Nigeria, the Igbos, okay? And they want Biafra. Of course, they do. But there are Igbos who also don't want Biafra. But they are preoccupied with so much that the talk of that Biafra is like extra curriculum for them. They are all there, you know, striving to make their own living inside the Nigeria economy that Nigeria has created for them. Then you have those who are asking for the Biafra, peacefully preaching it, giving reasons why, and all of that stuff. And they are doing so peacefully without harassment or any form of violence. The Nigerian government decided to say, hey, we need to stop them from breaking away from Nigeria. So what we're going to do is that we're going to militarize the entire region. We're going to treat the people like piece of shit, right? We're going to stop them in traffic and ask them in their multitude to come down from their vehicles and raise up their hands and walk 2-3 kilometers down in their own region, inside Nigeria. Then you sent all these repentant Fulani terrorists in Nigerian uniform with machine guns who were shooting into people's homes, civilian homes. They were setting people's homes ablaze because they are looking for IPOB. So they terrorized the entire place. They were dropping bombs in Oluosu. And now we discovered that a majority of those they recruited into the Ibubiagu and other armed groups, right? Majority of them are courtists, court guys who are also having the state backing, license to kill, court boys, murderers with automatic rifles. And their main job is not to go after the Fulani terrorists who are ransacking the border towns, the villages and communities in eastern Nigeria. They are looking for the IPOB. And if they disagree between themselves, two courts kill themselves, the Bubeagu will say, oh, they just killed some IPOB members. Oh, they have just, you know what I mean? Anyway, they have been playing all of that, what do you call it, back and forth in their effort to try to subdue them. Then they turn around and said, oh, yeah, we are fighting IPOB. We are fighting ESN. We raided this camp. We raided that camp. When indeed, they are raiding the camps of their own politically sponsored terrorists. Because how do you have that amount of soldiers, that number of soldiers, weaponry in eastern part of Nigeria? Yeah. And then their job, according to this, to go and look for who? To go and look for the ESN and the rest. But they are not looking for them. They are themselves the real terrorists, terrorizing the ordinary people. So they are the ones bringing violence. They are the ones who introduced violence, making people disappear. Amnesty International has it on their record that over 2,000, this is just kind of like conservative figure, over 2,000 young Igbos have been killed by Nigerian authority, the military, as well as the civilian armed state vigilantes in eastern part of Nigeria in the last 10 years alone. Targeted killings, you know, all because of what? Because somebody is saying that, you know, you are profiling us, you are doing this, you are economically trying to sabotage us. When in the process, you are sabotaging the country. We are done, we want to leave. But let's have a chat around that. No, we're not having a chat. We're going to kill you. We're going to teach you a lesson, like Bokwari tried. So a lot of people are coming out tomorrow. Yeah, they've managed to get a fake court injunction. The filings was wrong. The name of the organizers, as they tried to, is wrongly filed. So the court injunction is not really binding. So that simply means that there will be breakdown of law and order, not on the part of those who are going to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It is going to be coming from these thin-skinned rogues, right, who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. And right now, he has become that fish bone stuck in their throat, or that bone that is tied to the neck of a dog. You can't eat it. The one stuck to your throat, you can't force it. You will bleed. So, how are they going to handle it? It's only time that will tell. But others are pretty much saying this is not about IPOB, about Biafrans, about you know what I mean. It's about injustice that people have allowed to fester. And if you don't do something now, where this is headed, you would wish you did something. There is somebody from northern Nigeria, by the way.
All right, we thank God for what God is using Showore to do for his movement of releasing Nnamdi Kanu protest on 20th October. We are going to support you, our brother, Showore. Thank God for how God is using you. And for the bloggers, that when we call for release of Nnamdi Kanu protest, that you couldn't actually use your blog to push it or to promote it. God go punish you people. It's just because Showore movement is gaining momentum and you people have started to begin to blog nonsense against it, God will punish you people. And I've always said, for those bloggers that are being used, the day Nigeria will happen to you, God will turn people against you. And thank God for the love of Showore and for the Southeast politician that has made themselves useless. They are useless because they couldn't do anything. And a Yoruba man is making push and galvanizing people for the release Nnamdi Kanu, and you people say he want to use Igbo to get political relevant. It's better he use the Igbos to get political relevant than for you that you were useless. Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for years, you couldn't do anything. Is it not better than a Yoruba man is using Nnamdi Kanu to gain political relevance? Well, you people were useless from day one. This guy is dying in detention. So we will support you for this for this protest, and we're going to use whatever we have to support you on that protest. As long as federal government are not willing to do the right thing, we will not also rest in our part. We cannot see a situation we live in the same country and people are treated differently. For that reason, Showore will support you with all our strength and our energy and our last blood. May God bless you, my brother.
Man, and you too. Frequently asked questions. What is this protest going to change? Is Tinubu now going to release Nnamdi Kanu because of Showore protest? I'll tell you what this can do. It's a two-way thing. So let's look into it this way. We wake up tomorrow and the first video you see, and you see sea of heads. For example, around 8 a.m., you are able to see, let's say, 1,000 people. By 9 a.m., you're already counting about 5,000 people. And by 10 a.m., the entire gathering is already with over 10,000 people. Do you know what the number 10,000 people looks like? It's substantial. Now, this is conservative, okay? Now, if you have this 10,000, minimum 10,000, move through the something fountain in Abuja, Unity Fountain, where they are going to see all the civil defense, all of them, who are now pretty much going to have to provide security. They're going to have to guide all of you. They can't shoot, they can't do anything. So with that number, they now move straight to the three-arm zone. With that number, right? Straight to either the judicial, what do they call that place? Supreme Court, or you go straight to National Assembly, right? Or you can face Aso Rock at that point. So do you understand that number matters, right? So in that process, right? In that procession, rather, people give speeches, demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, gave all of that, another, and then said, we are giving you 3 days, for example, for you to release Nnamdi Kanu, because we are going to come back. The next time we come back, we will not leave until Nnamdi Kanu is released. Now, picture that for a moment and tell me if that would not force them to call that their emergency meeting, discuss all their options. Should we start arresting those identified with them? Should we start bringing in more weapons and more men to the, or should we just pay more people to counter protest? The options before them will be like, or should we just release him? Right? That is what the effect of. It doesn't mean that tomorrow they are going to say, look at them, or they are coming, take Nnamdi Kanu, take Nnamdi Kanu, take him. No. Number matters. It does. Because if you are able to gather at least 10,000, I don't want to exaggerate anything. 10,000 is not a big number that way, but when you gather 10,000 human beings, even the military themselves and everybody around will be like, we need to handle this better now. So they will approach you and tell you that please just be peaceful, okay? Please be peaceful. And then you march. All the places they said they are restricting them, you will march. But that is not how it happens. So tomorrow, even from tonight, you're going to see all of their military, you are going to see all of their police. They will be showing force in Abuja now. You'll be seeing them drive everywhere. All the military vehicles you've not seen before, all of them, you'll be seeing armor tank. They'll be moving. And so in the morning, if they realize that people are just coming in twos, in threes, in 1, 2, 3, and by 8 a.m., you only have just about 50, 60 people. So that one, they'll be like, today go day okay, today go day better. Let's wait till 9 o'clock before we start shooting the tear gas. They say, no, give them time. Give them till 11. And by 11 o'clock, you manage to get 200 people. 200 people shall screaming, free Nnamdi Kanu now, free Nnamdi Kanu now, 200. They say, well, hey, enough of this. No, just shoot them. That's the saddest part. I really do wish. And you know something about number, right? Is that you will be more protected when you are part of a huge number than few that we've witnessed in the past. So that's why don't be intimidated about these things, because you staying away does not mean that they will still target you. You understand? As an Igbo person or suspected to be Igbo, even those of you are not Igbos, but from that extreme end of the East, you are still seen as one. And you have to explain yourself a lot, that to say, I am not. What is all this? Which can contribute this? Why is it that keeping Nnamdi Kanu is politically dangerous for the same APC Egbekegbe that kidnapped him? You know, Tinubu is not in good book of them in the North right now. No, he is not. The main opposition he has right now is the North. As much as they want to present, this sort of like acceptance and whatever it is, right? The North. So as people are preparing for tomorrow, right? We also have those who are also, preparing for tomorrow for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We also have those who are also preparing for tomorrow to resist and say Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. One of them is a guy that served injustice for more than a year himself. Ijele, he's called Ijele. He was normally from Turkey. So yesterday, right, in order to prepare for the counter protest against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, okay, he staged a mini protest, and he said he's going to mobilize all the victims of the killings in eastern Nigeria. Is going to mobilize them to Abuja, and they are going to counter protest, and they will demand that Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. He had some guys with him who printed a picture of Dora Akunyili's husband that was shot and killed in, I think it was in Anambra or thereabout. And they have done everything to link that to the IPOB, or it was never at the IPOB. The news is out there, but it won't make sense if you don't name it after the IPOB. You get that now? So this guy was in Abuja, and he said tomorrow he's going to make sure that no matter the numbers the Showore mobilizes, right, they will mobilize, counter-mobilize, because Nnamdi Kanu must not be freed. His reasons.
Calling you people by name, you are another person. We will call your names because you've gotten us involved in this. It's none of our business. It's between Nnamdi Kanu and the FG, and you people are getting us involved. Well, we will enter it, we will accept that challenge, and we are making it known to Nigeria that we did not send in Nnamdi Kanu, and the notion that the politicians had once holding him is false. How many of them are not giving him money? We'll beg the DSS to release every metadata on any electronic device gotten from Nnamdi Kanu when he was arrested. Check through his bank account, you will see, definitely, you will see the politicians, their PAs, their SAs or SSAs, or their believe the same contacts that are using to send money for him. So many of them have come to confess to us. So you want Nnamdi Kanu to be prosecuted? Hang him. He has to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Whatever the punishment is, he must suffer it. If you don't punish him, we Igbo, we know how to benefit from things, especially when money is involved. Punish him, you will get no Biafra fraudster anymore. But you free him, you are empowering the rest. You are encouraging them to start there.
Because they know they will be forgiven and they will make money.
Of course. So that's why
before he entered into this agitation, he was living in a one-bedroom. Yeah. Today he's a billionaire living in multi-million. Yes, he now is a wealthy man, enjoying blood of innocent Igbos. Every now and then, every decade, every other 10 years, one person, one criminal will come out and begin to claim he's fighting for Igbos. A lot of young Igbos will be slaughtered, and then they will enjoy upon the blood of these Igbos. And then when there is no consequences, another person will also come back again to start another agitation, because they know there is one thing that is in every Igbo man's heart. That civil war that was fought. Every Igbo man, when you mention anything about Biafra, it's like you've gotten them. So these criminals, since there is no consequences for their action, they will continue to come, they will continue to recycle, each one will continue to come and make his own money and kill people, and then there will be no consequences. People will come out and gather and say, release him. Then tomorrow another one will still come and still carry the same agenda, and a lot of gullible young people will follow him into the bushes, carry arms to fight the government. At the end of the day, a lot will die out of that, and there will be no consequences. How long are we supposed to continue like this? As in the Igbo, how long are we supposed to continue to recycle the same thing over and over again? How long? We are tired of this bloodshed in our town. We are tired of not being able to even travel home. We are tired of when you want to travel home, you are looking for security to follow you home in your own hometown. We are tired. So anybody, be you an elite, be you a politician, who is one way or the other calling for the release or the continuity of this atrocity in our land, we say no to it. Yes, we don't want to continue in this trajectory.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu. I'm from Olu local government area. I'm a businessman whose business has also been destroyed by this activity.
Your own name, your own name, your own name.
This is Joram Harrison. I interview him. His community is well affected.
There's a way I want to, the people who are living in the diaspora that don't know the effect of this thing, who are in the diaspora, some of them have not been home for decades. They will be there and be promoting this nonsense because they have not come home. They don't know what we are facing.
Don't want to hold the mic.
Okay,
nuisance lele.
Let's reason together. Okay. He said the atrocities of Nnamdi Kanu has made them not to be able to go back to their homes. Okay? And this is Nnamdi Kanu that is in detention. But do you know that up to this moment, despite the fact that many young people have been accused of being members of ESN, IPOB, and many of them have been locked up in prisons. I'll give you one instance. They raided homes, right, in Imo State, in River State, as well as, I think, the same Abia. They raided homes of people that they suspected to be members of IPOB. That's what they call them. Women, 109 of them. And guess what they did? They took them. They didn't tell their families what they did. They didn't tell their families where they were going, where they were taking them. They took them straight to Suleja prison and they locked them up there for over a year on the accusation of them being members of IPOB. And the first day they appeared, when they are, the lawyers were looking for them everywhere. There was no record of them at all until they got the hint that there were some IPOB members taken to Suleja prison. Women, right? So they was, they got there, found them, and found other men too, who were also accused to be members of IPOB, picked up in other parts of eastern Nigeria, in Suleja prison, 114, I think, in total. The first day they appeared before the judge was the day they dismissed whatever they called against them. First day, the same day they were dismissed, is in the news. You can Google it right now. Yeah, do so. Alleged IPOB members locked up in Suleja prison, freed. Court releases IPOB members locked up in Suleja prison. If your criminal politicians in the eastern part of Nigeria, if the federal government of Nigeria is not involved in the insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria, with the way they are shouting and screaming IPOB, IPOB, at least by now, we probably will be having some IPOB members standing trial, at least in the eastern Nigeria. By now, all these years, all these calls, all these media pictures you have seen, when did you ask them, like, come on, maybe you have been showing us picture of ESN, IPOB this, ESN that, and all of these guys, you've shown their pictures. What happened to their court cases? Why are they not in court? Because you later find out that they were either rival court members or members of the opposing political parties, targeted, profiled, picked up, because they have given them the license to kill. If they kill you, if any of their security guys kill you in the eastern part of Nigeria, whether you are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, to escape, we just say that you are a member of IPOB. It's like a license to kill, no probe, no nothing. That's what's going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. So if you can't travel there, you should ask your criminal politicians. You shouldn't put that on Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, his release generally is believed to be a threat to the insecurity they have put up in the eastern part of Nigeria. His release is going to be a threat to it. Expose a lot of things. But they have their courts. They were looking for witnesses of Nnamdi Kanu's supposed crime. Abi, you had the opportunity. Social media can help me and you. You see what we are doing right now? We are enlightening people who are obviously going to be part and parcel of that protest tomorrow. To make them see reasons why this is not about IPOB. It's not about Biafra. It is about injustice to one person and many others like that. Because it's not about Nnamdi Kanu alone tomorrow. Just so you know. Those of you who have your family members, relatives missing, and you found that they have been locked up somewhere by the police, and because you don't have money, they are languishing somewhere, it is your right to work tomorrow. I'm telling you. Carry their picture. Print a bigger picture of this, your relative, this, your loved ones, killed by Nigeria, incarcerated by a corrupt judicial system, and all of that. Carry them and walk with them tomorrow. Because they want you to believe that this is democracy that you have. It is not. So if politicians are worried that Nnamdi Kanu, if they release him, he's going to say there is no election. Baba, Nnamdi Kanu never forced anybody. So the injustice cannot be sustained and allowed to continue. It's unfair. That's the point.
The honorable member where they from the same state, and then they call aside people to kill their blood. Some people for Niger Delta, they busy. They kidnap, they put a Asare head, release Asare. But how they plan to set me up? How they plan to come kill me? Because of truth where they talk. Waiting then they answer generalization. Because they kill their brother. People they use them to thief. People they use them commit crime, kidnap. Every way they do, they can say, Nnamdi Kanu, no, they kill with the here. The water, the Amusu of the Cherubim, the General Abuja, the Pipi of the Seraph, are the great honor. This is not the Kalu matter. Why are they stand make them releasing Nnamdi Kanu? People they use them to thief. People they use them commit crime, kidnap. Every way they do, they can say Nnamdi Kanu. Bandits they thief, armed robber, kidnappers, all they go put up on Nnamdi Kanu head. Federal government are they beg? Make we release and make we see. You can remember that time when Asari did detention. Alhaji Asari Dokubo when they detain them. That the same thing where they happen now. Some people for Niger Delta they busy. They kidnap, they put up Asari head, release Asari. But then they make money. They go pay, they go collect. They go kidnap, they go say, we hold this person because of Asari. Release Asari. All no be because of Asari. It's the same thing that way they happen for you. Anambra, Imo State, Enugu, Abia State, all this eastern zone. This country will be in Nigeria where God give us. It's too sweet to. I know one wrong going anywhere. Make anybody no scatter for us. You don't see Abia State governor, old farmer, good market women, everybody like that. Governor Oti. Everybody like the man. We need good government, good governors. We need the good leaders. Even light, steady light, we know that. You know, they kill with the ear. Uniform, kill this one. They kill uniform kill. They kill it, now what with the ear. But how are they plan to set me up? How are they plan to come kill me? Because of truth why they talk. The key one and the key. It is solve matter. Rather it is scatter Nigeria. Make una find way releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Make we see whether in hand they for those bandit thief they commit, they put in name. Insecurity too much for Nigeria. Or everybody, any gathering IPOB, any gathering at Biafra, it don't go well now. The honorable member where they from the same state, and then they call aside people to kill their blood. One day go come up for power. Again, what one of my big oga tell me, he say, again the day he meet Tompolo, say him Tompolo call the talk. He call the answer. All these boys where they answer general this, commander this, what did they answer general this one? Because he kill their brother. See, they commit war, crime for community. We they kill ourselves, they answer general. We they kill ourselves, they set ourselves up.
General this, general that, colonel this, simply because you believe that you could kill. Nigeria has become that lawless. Kill and, yeah, you may actually get away with it and all that. If Nnamdi Kanu is involved in the insecurity in eastern Nigeria, release him. Let us find out. Because if to say jailing Nnamdi Kanu is somehow the solution to the agitation and everything that arises after that, now that has been sort of like it has proven to be, non-effective. Because more and more people continues to what? To demand for something better in their own way. Tifnumbu and his gang were once paraded as, persona non gratas, simply because of their demand for true federalism. They say true federalism, return back to democracy, regionalism, 1963 Republican Constitution, all those kind of talks that some people believe are talks that will divide Nigeria. So most of these guys had to run to the exile themselves. Now they have power. They have the power to implement every idea they once put in our heads. Me, I was a little boy when I've been thinking about the Western region, the old Western region, because they put all of that in my head. So when these guys started saying, that's what Nigeria needs, that's what Nigeria deserves, and all of that. So when I was in my secondary school, I had to go to where I was in the art class, so I had to, study government, with all my heart, to understand all kind of government, forms of government, with good examples, with good textbooks to actually prepare you. Military had to go. When the civilians are in charge, people can have conversation. They can have disagreements in such a way that no matter how heated it gets to, it too means that you are going to lose your liberty. Freedom of speech means that you can say anything, anytime, even if you are defaming anybody. There is also a part of the law that deals with that. Do you understand? Without any form of impunity, abuse of power, or this thing, right? But because that is the Nigeria they put in place, whether not military, whether not civilian, or you name it anything, until this contraption is renegotiated, broken apart from what these guys have put together, you will continue to have the same kinds of governments, disguised as whatever they want to disguise it as. Unitary, obviously, unitary system, where all the power is derived from not just the center, from one man, the head, a kind of fascism or something, right? So, release him, let us find out if truly he is the one, and also maybe let us find out those behind. Everybody wants things to be all right. it's obvious that the military presence, DSS, and all the security guys' presence in Eastern Nigeria is never to make the Eastern Nigeria peaceful. It is to keep it boiling, economically unviable, right? So that they can blame Nnamdi Kanu. So and the same Nnamdi Kanu says, if I am out of here in 5 minutes, all this nonsense will stop. They said, no, he's lost control. He doesn't control them anymore. So he should be there and all that kind of talks. This group explain why tomorrow is very important and why, if you are in Abuja, it will be such a great honor to have you back with us tomorrow.
Welcome to this World Press Conference titled Oka Declaration 2025. Demand for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other urgent matters. A passionate appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic. We, the Ohaneze Ndị Igbo Worldwide Forum of State Presidents, rising from a crucial meeting held on the 17th day of October 2025 here in Oka in Anambra State, make an Oka Declaration 2025 via a demand and passionate appeal to His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our dear President and Father of our nation, that one, we make a safer soul demand today for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without further delay, by way of this passionate appeal to His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Father of our nation, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As long as Nnamdi Kanu remains unjustly in prison, to us as Ndi, all Igbos are in jail. We beg you, Mr. President, to do this just one thing for Ndi. Look away from any sentiment and release Nnamdi Kanu to us and let Ndi have peace. That our dear President should also order the immediate and unconditional release of all Ndi in their numbers languishing in various detention facilities across Nigeria as a result of the struggle, including innocent victims of the Oyibo incidents in Rivers State. We are ready to partner His Excellency Mr. President on all issues to restore order and justice in Igbo land. While we once more appreciate Mr. President's establishment of the Southeast Investment Company as well as the Southeast Development Commission, we strongly urge Mr. President to evince his patriotic spirit that he is known for by taking extraordinary... Let me take that line again. While we once more appreciate Mr. President's establishment of the Southeast Investment Company as well as the Southeast Development Commission, we strongly urge Mr. President to evince his patriotic spirit that he is known for by taking extraordinary intentional steps to fully incorporate and integrate Ndi in the governance of Nigeria to give them the fullest sense of their Nigerianness in every sense of the word, particularly in the mainstream of the economic and political inclusiveness. This is because we too are Nigerians, and more critical infrastructure projects should be sited in our land. We commend Mr. Governor, His Excellency Professor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State, for his patriotism in always creating the enabling environment for legitimate Igbo advocacy. We also commend His Excellency Right Honorable Francis Nwifu, Governor of Ebonyi State, for his enormous support for Ohaneze Ndị Igbo worldwide, and the state chapter, along with his brother governors from the zone, urging them to go the extra mile to do the needful. In doing so, we place an inexcusable demand on all political leaders of Igbo extraction to rise and advance the release of Nnamdi Kanu and others as a national priority, as a way of restoring confidence, peace, and tranquility across Igbo land. We declare that any Igbo person working very hard behind the scene to frustrate the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and others, you know yourselves, count yourselves as enemies of Ndi. You shall be put to shame. By this declaration, we commend the Ohaneze Ndị Igbo worldwide national leadership under the fatherhood of Senator John Azuta Mbata for reinforcing the Igbo spirit of unity, peace, under his watch, and we complement all his efforts on these issues accordingly for the good of Igbos all over the world and their neighbors. We demand for a deliberate federal government establishment of gas infrastructure investment in Igbo land, particularly the southeast, where Nigeria has its highest deposits, with a view to properly localizing and reasonable proportion of benefit to the southeast and parts of the south-south zones of Nigeria. The inclusion of southeast Nigeria from Nigeria's high-pressure gas pipeline infrastructure, the exclusion of southeast Nigeria from the nation's high-pressure gas pipeline infrastructure is unacceptable. The seeming snub or omission of the region from these critical gas pipeline projects, despite its substantial natural gas reserves and industrial potential, has undoubtedly reinforced long-standing negative narrative against our people. We lend support to our compatriots in calling on the National Assembly and His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our dear President, to join to actualize the creation of a Neoma state, along with others, in favor of our people. We further call on the federal government and the government of Edo State to ensure the protection of ancestral Igbos in Edo State, the Ibankers, to guarantee their safety and well-being from all manners of oppression.
So on and so forth. So let's pick that line again, because I did mention it from the start. It's not just Nnamdi Kanu that is in detention. There are many that we don't even know their names. We don't know their details, simply because Nigeria ensured that they were completely out of circulation. You know, when you are missing your loved ones, and then you're like, you can't find them, so you go to the police station to report a missing person. That didn't work, then you decide to go to the morgues and see if maybe something happened. Or you go to the hospital or something, right? Then where do you go to next? You can't find your missing person, maybe prison. Then you started searching from prison to prison to prison to prison. And they are not there, simply because they were not registered in by those names. They are put in under a different arrangements just to ensure that this systemic, profiling of these Igbos in a way that they believe is, their way of probably like, crushing the, I don't even understand the barbarism behind it. I don't understand the, what do you call it? The motive or whatever it is behind that barbarism. They are happening. You have no idea the battle that Boko Haram and his APC truly unleashed on the eastern part of Nigeria, whether you are IPOB, whether you like Nnamdi Kanu or not, doesn't matter. You're not spared. So are you telling me that the Igbos are not substantially represented in APC? As of today, almost all the Igbo governors are in APC. Shouldn't that even come for something? That's the kind of question I usually ask myself, like, okay, the Fulani terrorists are terrorizing us in Yoruba land, like they have been doing in the Middle Belt and other part of northern Nigeria for some times, right? So as a Yoruba man, even though now nobody can say that, but as a Yoruba man, when Boko Haram was there, I bet some of you will be like, if the president of Nigeria was a Yoruba man, he wouldn't open his eyes, or close his eyes rather, and allow all this nonsense to continue, especially in Yoruba land. But now it is happening because a Yoruba man is there, So sad and it's unreal, we have to say. right? Or if you have Igbos in APC, governors, senators, ministers, shouldn't that count for something to say, hey, you know what? We shouldn't treat the Igbos the way we are treating them, systemically trying to ostracize them, and at the same time call them people who are like, claiming victims. They are not innocent. They are this or that. We are not talking about your perception of them. We are talking about what the system is doing on record. Yeah. You are picked up. Somebody wanted to go missing and they report you as an IPOB member. And then they pick you up. And that's the end of you. But you don't have anything to do with IPOB. You're not even their member. You don't even like Nnamdi Kanu. So why are they treating you like this? Why is this happening? Nobody is even hearing you. Nobody is listening. That is what I'm talking about. Apart from the fact that the IPOB, they have done so well to try to, criminalize. They have their members who have been killed for doing nothing. Then they have innocent Igbos who have just been picked up simply because of some other unrelated things. And the only way to make them disappear is to say they are IPOB or they are ESN. And that's it. They will disappear. How is that justice? They were prosecuting them in the pages of newspaper, in their media houses. They are hosting media chats about atrocities of IPOB, insecurity in Eastern Nigeria. They are prosecuting them in the media or in their courtroom. It is just adjournment after adjournment and after adjournment, purposely. So it's more than just Nnamdi Kanu. He is just the big elephant in the room. And tomorrow, we will test the water. It is a peaceful gathering. There's no intention of causing anything. It's just to show the number and say, there are several means of protest that sometimes you just be like, we just want you to see this number. Sure, you get me now? It's like I said from the beginning, when somebody asked me this same question on TikTok, that what is going to be the effect of the protest? Like, what is that going to change? Knowing Nigeria for what Nigeria is. And I'm like, yes, I do. And it's very hard to put your money on it. But sometimes, what we call history, if you flash back, there are things that happens in the future. And that future, tomorrow is future. You and I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I may sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow, and I may not even witness it. You got what I mean now? So we wake up tomorrow, which is future, and history will be made. So if history is made where you turn on because I'm going to actually turn my camera on very early. You turn on the camera, and then you have this number that you yourself, you are like, oh my God, is this actually happening? Oh my God, like, what is this? So that's the point. So if you now manage to put the number imagine the number where you are walking from, do you know Lagos? Those of you who know Lagos a little bit is enough. Ikorodu Road, right? So imagine where you have a number of people who are going to, Surulere. So they are coming from Ketu, right? And then you see this crowd that is coming from Ketu. They are already at Obanikoro. But you see the stretch of the crowd. They are as full as they are at Obanikoro. And so they are as full at Ketu, the same way they are at Obanikoro. You know that kind of a stretch for about maybe 4 kilometers? Is that up to 4 kilometers or 5? Do you know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about, like from that mile 12. And people are going to Surulere. Like when they are doing this marathon, you know what those marathon? And you have like 1,000 people or 2,000 or 5,000 people. a kind of a crowd. So if you see that in Abuja, marching with different placards telling the world that they have had enough of this charade. And no yawa, no nothing, everybody goes. After 2-3 hours, they are there in front of the Aso Rock, screaming loud and telling them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Move straight to National Assembly, screaming their loudspeakers to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Move straight to the Ministry of Justice in front of the place and tell them to release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. And then disperse by telling them that we are coming back. The next time we come back here, we would want Nnamdi Kanu out, or we are not leaving. So, which means we are willing to shut down economic activities, government activities in this part of Abuja. And the number you are seeing today will be a child's play to the number that will besiege this place when we come back next week. You know, seeing is believing. Even if they hire counter protesters, you know, that ones that they will pay people, 100 people, they will gather them together and pay them 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. When they themselves see the coming crowd, you will see some of them that will begin to disperse and they will join the crowd. That's what I'm talking about. That's the only way we can see any difference. I will still appreciate everybody that will come out anyway. Whether they are 10, 20, 10,000, 20,000, we will still be very grateful to you for creating time to help swell the number and at the same time help, raise the bar for the demand of the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It doesn't make any sense anymore. And some of you may want to just forget him and just move on. But injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And since it is Nigeria's turn by turn Nigeria Limited, right? Politicians will continue to tell themselves that they are doing well. But you, who is their direct victim, you may never have the chance of actually having this, big voice, other voices added to yours to make it bigger in demanding for something better for yourself when they come for you. That is why don't wish injustice on anyone. Oh, he deserves it, but he deserves injustice, even if you don't like their politics, even if you don't like their opinions. In this day and time, people tend to disagree a lot, which is all right. But disagreeing in a way that you actually would wish evil on yourselves, injustice on yourselves, is very stupid, honestly. Because whatever you think won't touch you, will eventually touch you. And the way it's going to touch you, the way you're going to feel it, it's going to be so similar to the feelings of these ones you are. Because it will even be sadder that today we are all demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, right? Simply because a lot of people believe that he's done nothing wrong. And this entire thing is a charade, right? Or in your own case, you don't even have to do anything as well. Before the injustice will batch into your home. And you likely want people to understand you too. Unfortunately, if they keep on the way they are going, there will be nobody there to possibly say, what you did to this man is wrong. This is very wrong. We will not accept it. The reason why people speak up, right, speak up against injustice, it's not because they are direct victims. It is because they do not want to become victims too. Because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Right? So that's on that. Going a little bit, back into their politics. I have here the senator, the ex-convict, making proposition for Nigeria to amend their constitution and stop this rotation, 4 year, two-term presidency to 6 year single term. And he said he's forwarded that to their constitutional amendment, blah, 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 blah. But listen.
Your Excellency, as a member of the Constitutional Review Committee, what's the opinion on Nigerians' demand for review of the tenures for governors and presidents? Are we still going forward for two-term or single 6 years tenure?
Well, in my private opinion, as a person, I would like to appeal to my colleagues on this committee, chaired by the Deputy Senate President, Distinguished Senator Jibrin Barao, CON, that our members in the Senate and the House of Representatives, chaired by Honorable Benjamin Kalu, that we should come together and agree to do a 6-year term, one single tenure. Because people are busy fighting after 4 years. They are fighting for another term. So let everybody come in knows it's just been a single year, 6 years. And there will be no rancor, there will be no problems. Let us devote our time, most of our time, to give Nigerian people what they want. Because everybody needs enjoyment. I want Nigerian people to have enjoyment of democracy, where a single tenure can give them what they want, provide food on their table, provide adequate transport, provide access to movement for them and security. So a single one-time tenure is the best tenure to go with. And that will give confidence in our democracy. We must not do what the American Constitution has said. We must change some of those ways of American Constitution because we're a developing country that need to develop. And this is why we are suffering, because we want to do what the presidential system of America says, and our economy cannot carry it. So I see a lot of people in executive in a hurry to acquire more wealth to be able to run for second term. This will stop it, and this will give us. We can start this from 2031 or 2027. I don't care. Even those that are governors now can run for 6 years, one tenure. It doesn't make any meaning from 2027 or 2031. If we decide, we can amend the constitution to start from 2031. Or we'll amend it to start from 2027. It's the good of Nigeria. Nigerians should start appreciating for us to do what is for the benefit of our people. But the benefit of Nigeria. I don't care the name anybody will call me. I will always speak and say the truth. Like the day I said that in Africa, Nigerian journalists are the best. I still stand by it. In Africa, Nigerian judiciary is the best, and I still stand by it. So we have to stand up to speak the truth. I think I have answered. I don't want to take any other question. I'm just coming out of church. Allow me to go and enjoy the...
Tell me. Tell me, what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
So, Ojiwuzo Kalu's proposition is that 6-year term will reduce desperation. Politicians won't be so desperate as if to say that is true. So they want to move away from the American presidential system, which is the lie they have been telling you. Anyway, and there are more lies. Like what happened 2 days ago when some soldiers were ambushed by terrorists suspected to be Boko Haram in Kaduna. At the same time, also reported in that same Kaduna, southern Kaduna to be precise, where Fulani terrorists also struck. That clip I shared with you the last time. Yeah. So in all of this, APC, Egbekegbe in Kaduna. They were celebrating the progress of the party. And what's the progress? In 2023, when El Rufaya, the Kaduna Little Finger, rigged the Ubanka, Ubanza Soni, as the governor, APC lost in Kaduna. Somehow they managed to have the governor. So they had out of 16 House of Representatives members, they only had just about 4. For their Senate, they had nothing, I think, or maybe 1. But as of today, they now have in their camp, they now have 14 House of Representative members, because PDP and Labour Party members from Kaduna, they've all decamped to APC. So in that case, they grouped in Kaduna to celebrate it, give themselves awards of how much kind of like successful they have become, and people have found them to be, so endearing to the people, so to say. In Kaduna, here is the speaker. Yeah, the Speaker of the House of Reps.
Again, today is the day of history. For the very first time in the history of APC, Kaduna State has never been as united as it is today. That APC has never been more of a force to be reckoned since its creation than it is today. And the answer is clear. Where is it for? Today, APC is in all the 3 zones. You go to the 1, the party to beat is APC. You go to zone 2, the party to beat is APC. You go to zone 3, the party to beat is APC. It has never been this good before. That is why I have no idea about our working governor, our very honorable governor, our progressive governor, our president, the locomotive worker, the man who is instrumental to so many changes in this country. I have no idea about that the election will be the simplest, the easiest, and the quickest from 2027, inshallah. I want to seize this opportunity to thank the governor of Kaduna State for being a rallying point of unity in diversity in Kaduna State. The chairman of our great party mentioned it. He was instrumental to the peace and unity and stability we are enjoying today in Zone 3. Today, every political actor in Zone 3 is speaking only one language, and that language is APC. So we thank His Excellency the Governor for being the man behind this remarkable achievement and progress. I will conclude in
It is always about the next election. And then they will tell you, this governor has done tremendously well. He's a uniting governor. He's the progressive, this and that. Kaduna people have never witnessed this unity of APC before. Oh, dear man. Mind you, they haven't really started their election, so campaign. So INEC hasn't really declared them to be having all this big rally. So, but it's APC. You can't have APC and being a lawful in the same sentence. No, I don't think so. Right? They act like they are above the law because they are. So there is more. Their chairman who bragged, by the way, that they are expecting 7 other big figures to join them, especially from APC and from PDP, right? So presently, PDP have how many members? How many governors? They have 8 governors left. From these 8 governors, there are speculations that 5 of them will be joining APC anytime from now. That would then leave PDP with just 4 with just 3 governors to remove Tipnumbu. So they said the governor of Adamawa is on his way out. Fulbara on his way out. What's that guy's name from Plateau State is on his way out. Kefas from Taraba is on his way. The one from Zamfara, Lawal Abi Kilo Dauda or something. Yeah, Lawal. So that one has debunked the rumor that is going to APC. So, in a nutshell, PDP is currently parading 8 governors that all these other governors are on their way out to APC. So they also said there are others coming who are not governors. They are also, so by the time you get to 2027, Tifnumbu would have their projection, no, not me. Tifnumbu will have 30 state governors, and it would have like 85, between 85 and 88 senators. Out of the 360 House of Representative members, it is also projected that by the time you get to the end of 2026, Tifnumbu's APC would have more than, they will have more than 300. So, which is practically just going to be, and what Tifnumbu is now pushing for, just so in case if you're not paying attention, is that they want to have the presidential and governorship elections the same day. Do you understand? It's a very good trick. And because it is APC, if Tinubu wants it for real, that is what is going to happen. And it doesn't even have to say anything about it. There are those who are going to push it, and they will amend the Electoral Act. They are doing that right now, amending the Electoral Act that you are going to use for 2027 right now. And they are infusing everything that they want in place to guard against any surprises, your surprises. Yeah, all of you that want to use your PVC, especially you, the obedient, you. Should be your PVC is your power. Now they are moving to make sure that PVC is optional. I don't know how they want to do it though. Like you have your PVC, Abi, but I don't have PVC. Okay, but I'm going to vote. Do you get it? So these are the things they are infusing into it as we speak. So if they hold the presidential and governorship election the same day, Tinubu will be declared winner before 12 noon. Because you know why? It simply means that they can't betray him. The script is very, very straightforward. And this is not conspiracy theory. So let me explain that for you very well, so that maybe you can grasp it. Nigeria selection are charade called elections, right? So they will have the presidential election and the National Assembly election, Senate and Reps, the same day. A week later, or 2 weeks later, they will have the governorship elections and the state's House of Assemblies elections. So what Tifnumbu is doing right now is to make sure that right from the INEC chair and every INEC returning officer for every state, they are 100% aligned with APC's agenda for 2027, including how all those figures will become official and uploaded into the system, no skirmishes and everything smooth. So they are handling that. But to make it work, all these governors who are jumping to APC, pledging that they are loyal to Tifnumbu 2027, he doesn't trust them that much. So the only way he believes that if he goes down, they will go down. That means if they fail to manage these INEC officials in their states, like Werewike did in Rivers then, right? So if they lose guard in that same place, they are all going down. So he doesn't even have to do anything. All he's doing right now is to get all of them into the same bracket as he's doing. Reps, everybody wants to go, National Assembly, they want to go back to National Assembly. Those ones who are in the state assembly, those ones who are state governors, who are doing their second term already, they want to choose their own successor with less wahala. They are failures in their states, right? They failed already. But the only way they are likely going to get their own successor that they are going to select, like with a wiki, is to belong to a space where it will be easier. Here you get. So if they were planning to just use Tifnumbu, so what then will happen is that if Tifnumbu should lose, you will see the way they will all quickly switch in order to go and do their own fight, which they, believes that they are capable of at that point. But if they hold the election the same day, so it could just be like, say, now all of us could die today. So it's going to be like war in at least 30 states in Nigeria. Because it is going to be projected that the election is going to be a walkover, no matter what anybody says. You get what I mean? So while you are queuing and your PVC is not working, the machine is not scanning, they are not detecting your fingerprints. Millions of others in northern Nigeria and other places where APC reigns, they are going to be walking straight to any center and say, the way they have said it, they didn't say you won't register. You will register, say you won't vote. But they want to make sure that, the voters card should be optional. If they ask you, do you have voters card? You say, no, I don't have. So it's okay. What's your name? Agbabiaka, Agbabioko. Agbabiaka, 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 Agbabi. Oh, okay. But this Agbabiaka, Agbabioko here now female, as I am male. It's just typo. So, but you are Agbabiaka, yeah, it's me. So, okay. Yeah, go and vote. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of making light of it. But that's how it sounded to me. Okay. So you are supposed to be improving, and your technology in your election should be improving. But in this case, they are scheming. They are putting everything in place that by the time all of you are ready to say, yes, we need to get you, we need to kick Tifnumbu out. And love now that queue. Voters card. You are doing all your TikTok video. Yes. Voting for while they are battling with your machine there. They go just to tell you, say, 11 million vote from Kanu. I say, 11 million. Say, 11 million from Kanu. Say, 8 million from Oshun. Say, Oshun lo dibo ni. We are telling you, all of us still there. You see, they try to vote, Abi. We don't vote since. So you are going to continue to question the credibility of what they are putting together. But that's not what APC feels like. To them, now what do you want make you they talk? Tifnumbu is working right now. He's winning everybody to his side. When I sit down there, they do analysis. They talk about this. So there tomorrow you go to shout rigging, Abi. Can't you see that it's Tifnumbu's political strategy? Tifnumbu is teaching everybody politics. He's a master strategist. Can't you see that? When I sit down there, they do analysis. They listen to this Mayegun. People can say that. They will say, see, You sit down there, they are listening to Mayegu, this one. Tinubu is a strategist. See the way he's doing his work. By the time they get to 2027, it's just going to be a walkover. See? And if you by any means, or let's say the opposition by any means, try to disrupt that, you are going to destabilize them. And that is why those who have been very much involved in Nigerian politics as recent as that of 2023 shouldn't give Tinubu any walkover. So APC, Egbekegbe, they are still very much revving in this new acceptance because they believe that they are doing so well. But it's coming to assure you, Mr. Strategist. And sincerely, right, this may be a political strategy that some of you admire, okay? Great. But you want Tinubu to also be a strategic administrator. So imagine if Tinubu and his gang, if they could use their political strategy that they are very good at, if they could use that to fix Nigeria for real. Apart from the propaganda they are feeding you, like this one, they are party chairman in Kaduna.
Your Excellency, I want to thank you for doing something different in Kaduna State. Kaduna State was known for insecurity. The story has changed. Thank you because you value the life of people. Thank you because you value your people. That magic is done that brought peace to Kaduna State. On behalf of the National Working Committee, on behalf of Nigerians, on behalf of the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigerians are saying thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Secondly, let me thank you for uniting Kaduna State. You have removed the cargo of religion, of tribalism. Kaduna State can speak as a voice. You have given everybody in Kaduna State a voice. You've given them a presence. You've given them that they matter. Today, the mosques and the church are the same. They're spoken one voice. Thank you for uniting the people of Kaduna State. This template must have a national coloration, must be replicated in our state. What you've done, that magic touch, that Midas touch, share it with your brothers. You've done wonderfully, very well. Infrastructure-wise, it's clear. You've spoken. Party-wise, you brought all the political parties under one umbrella. That the broom is the answer. Thank you for making everybody use the broom to shoot corruption. Use the broom, you shoot hatred. Use the broom, you shoot effect insecurity. Use the broom, you swept everything that was supposed to be swept. Thank you so very much. Today, I can boldly say, I can proudly say, Kaduna sun samu gani aiki. Kaduna samu gwarzon aiki. Kaduna sun samu hakimi. Thank you so very much. Mun gode. Last but not the least, this shows that you are replicating.
ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yìí ọ̀ ń ṣeré ni àbọ̀ ń ṣe èrè.
It is called pig fooling. Sure you get. Thank you very much. You have united Kaduna. That insecurity has been. Thank you very much. Hey. I don't want to go into Kaduna and all of that, by the way. So, other than just to share what they are, the shenanigans they are up to, So we see how far that will probably take them. For those of you who might be considering what it is going to be like to miss Wiri Wike, there may be another Wiri Wike in the making, in case if this one retires. All right? And he's from Meche, the one that's talking like Wiri Wike. So we are all not going to accept. No, that's not how he does it. Anyway, just for a break. Now, just a quick reminder as we are rounding up, all right? If you can take a moment, by the way, of your time to like the broadcast, trust me, I will be grateful, as always, please. And then to members of the temple, if you have not by any means checked out the latest publication from one of us, Totu, it is titled Shango, the Thunder King Chronicles. When fire caught the wind, the heavens must choose a side. A very much like, interesting, detailed, historical, of Shango, and it's called the Chronicles of, So check it out. I haven't actually picked one myself, so I can't really review that much. But for those who have actually gotten their own copy, remember, you can always share with us. I know Lebabs has gotten his. Baba got his own, I think, the other day. And I think, who else? Uluwo, our own Uluwo. So guys, so you can check it out. It's just not out of pocket price. If you are somebody who loves reading the adventure of the gods, you know what I mean? So they are, to the Yorubas, they are like our own early prophets who shaped our, culture, tradition, way of life, and so many that you can learn from. All right, historically. So take a look and grab a copy. I just dropped the link in the comments. Click it, it's on Amazon. You can get one. Back to Nigeria. The NDLEA shared a clip of their discovery. There's this passenger car loaded with supposed personal stuffs of some travelers. But inside, what they found is a drug meal. I'll leave it to you.
sake sa hannu a kasa kasashen.
Did you see the stress? Like, did you feel the stress of having to watch all of that? At some point, didn't you feel like, oh my God, stop it, Jare, like, end it? That's just about 5 minutes of just watching the process of them saying they found drugs and all of that. And then add that to the process of filing the case against that drug smuggler. And then imagine if during their investigation, they now found this one is just a mule, a drug carrier. That is the real drug dealer who has probably like massive warehouse where he's got all these drugs that he's distributing in batches. So imagine the NDLA now found him through this one. And they make this big discovery and stash, and they also filed a case against all of them, the lawyers, the courts, the judges, and all of that. And then they sentenced them to life imprisonment, only for the druggie, Kalu, to use a stroke of the pen to pardon them. Like, from that stress of you, we just watch all of that. And those who are going to put more efforts in capturing others or even sending this one to jail, then one day they are seated there, they have been given the thank you, congratulations that you did a good job. And then 2 years later, they believe they put a drug dealer away. And the society has been reading off of these guys, right? Then boom, they are back in the society. So your job is not done. You have to start all over again. That is the state of Nigeria right now. So good luck. And let's see how far they can hold this together. Brethren, thank you for your time. And you should have a wonderful night. I'm going to see you another time. Hopefully, you'll be up early enough that we can have our brunch time. Because usually when I start the brunch time and I'm like, sorry people, I'll just save my energy for the evening. Sure you get. But still, I will see you another time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun dayari politico.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.